Alright, you guys. I gave them an ultimatum last episode. I said either you pass your midterms or you're fired. So we're going to see how they do in this episode.
Nozomi! あなた、今日は寝てていいの?
Said the same thing to my wife this morning.
もう9時回ってるわよ.
Okay, but it is a little past 9 o'clock. I don't even get up till that. I don't even get up that early. I get up a little bit after that.
あ、起きた. ゆっくり食べてる暇なんてないってば. 簡単に食べられるものだけでも食べておきなさいな.
Just eat toast and run along like everybody else does. Just don't get hit by Truck-kun.
どうせ身支度もあるんでしょ. その間に準備しておいてあげるから. もっと早くに声をかけてよ.
Because they're an adult, and that's what adults do. They get themselves up on time.
かけましたよ、もちろん. 昨日はちゃんと早く寝たのに。なんで
You just needed the sleep, Nozomi. What else can we say? It just do be like that sometimes.
ブッシュドノエルで行こうかと思うんだよね。クリスマス用のケーキ。
I mean, I'd rather not have a solid block of wood. It doesn't really sound like it'd make a good cake. Y'all see this in the back? What is this cat doing? Oh, okay. Sorry, she's just running around. It's very distracting.
アズの予想が全然つかないからさ。とりあえず今回はそれで様子を見ようかと。幸い、
Okay.
通常のケーキの売れ行きは上々だし、今回は安全策にしておこうと思うんだよね。明日から前日まで予約を受け付けるってことでさ。
That sounds fair to me. That way we kind of know exactly how many we need to make. You should probably take a picture of the actual cake before that, though. Otherwise, we won't garner much attention.
わかってる。試作品を作るついでに写真はもう撮ってあるから心配は無用。
Okay, sounds good. Now we just need to update our social media, start taking orders. Oh, and make some flyers to post around the cafe. Since they're only going up inside the store, it should be fine just to make them by hand. I'll pass the word on to the others later. Sounds fair. I like it.
問題はないと思いますよ。
I don't know what a Yule log is. Is that like a normal thing? Is that like a Japanese thing? Or is that just a regular thing that I have no idea what it is? Because I've never heard of it.
作業の方で問題が起きないのなら依存はない。
そうね。気になるのは予約に上限を設けるかどうかだけど、そこら辺は後の状況次第ってことで。
Yeah, I feel like that's what a lot of Japanese cafes do, because we have the same problem in Part K. It's where like all these bakeries weren't taking orders anymore.
さすがに1日で100や200も注文が殺到するわけでもなかろうし。
Oh yeah, no. Probably not. Or at least hopefully not. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see before we can say for sure.
イブも当日も総出になりそうだな。カンナはともかく、夏目やのぞみ、メイなどは裏若き乙女だ。色恋の一つや二つあれば、予定も埋まっているのではないか?
Yep, they all have dates with me. We're gonna take them all out. Maybe asking, are we doing it at the same time? I don't know, we'll see how the day goes. I was just kidding, we're not doing that. I would not be surprised if Kosei actually does get a date for Christmas Eve. That'd be cool.
ないわよ予定なんて。そもそもほぼ毎日出勤してる時点でないでしょうよ。
Unless the game does us dirty and makes us choose. Nozomi doesn't have a boyfriend either. Chidani-san also doesn't, to my knowledge. But we should ask just to make sure.
っていうか、私はともかくってどういうことですか？ともかくって。
Yeah, because you're dating me, obviously.
お前に男などおらんだろうが。
そっちじゃなくて、なんで私を乙女から除外するんですか？
Oh, she's not mad about that. She's just like, hey, I'm a young maiden too, okay? Give me the respect I deserve.
私がお前とどれだけ一緒に組んできたと思っているんだ。
Oh.
そりゃ確かに。死神として長い年月働いていますけど、でも私は恋の経験だってキスだってましてやセックスの経験などあるわけもない。
Okay, well, that last step is something that happens later. Like you kind of put that in order, so I don't know what you mean by let alone. Like that's something you could do before all that.
つまり 身も心もバージン。これが乙女でなくてなんだと言うんですか。
You know, Kana, I don't think that way at all. I think you're probably the least innocent person of the whole group.
恥ずかしげもなく言うあたりが乙女ではないと言っているんだ。
Mikado understands.
乙女というならば慎みを持て。
Mikado's based. I'm just gonna say it.
慎みぐらい持ってますよ。人のことをまるで変態みたいに。
Yes, you are like the female version of Kosei.
おはようございます。おはようございます。
おはよう。
おはよう。
I would say maybe like... who do you guys think is probably the most innocent? This is a tough one. I'd almost say Natsumi. I think Natsumi is probably the most mature in a lot of ways, and then she's also probably the most innocent as far as those things go.
ちょっと寝坊しちゃって。
I would say Nozomi, but she's around Kosei, so... You know, you can only be innocent in so many things.
夜更かしでもしてたの？
Been running around?
いえ、その逆で、昨日はいつもより早めに寝たんですけど。
I've done that too. I've tried to go to bed early because I was tired, and then I'll wake up later. Like, bruh, what's the point of waking up later if I went to bed earlier? Trying to get up earlier. Means you had a lot of fatigue buildup.
こればっかりは反論できない。このところずっと忙しそうでしたからね。
テストは明日からよね。大丈夫？大事をとって今日は休んだ方がいいんじゃない？
ありがとうございます。でも心配はご無用。寝坊するぐらいぐっすり眠ってリフレッシュできましたから。
Okay.
それならいいんだけど。
We'll see. How much you want to bet she's gonna get sick?
着替えてきますね。
I see her sneeze once, it's over. Looks like Nozomi's back to her usual cheerful self. Guess I can stop worrying about her now. She shouldn't make too many careless mistakes on her mock test today.
あ、のぞみちゃん、おはよう。おはよう、めいちゃん。先にフロアに行ってるね。うん、私もすぐに着替えていくから。でも本当に昴生君に従ってよかった。おかげで今日はなんだか体が軽いや。
That's good.
睡眠って重要なんだな。
Yes, it is.
自分の体なのにいつもと全然違う。違いすぎてなんだか違和感を覚えるぐらいだよ。さてと、早く着替えちゃおう。
Oh my gosh, what happened, Nozomi? Are you okay?
木の裂くような悲鳴が。
Nozomi self-destructed.
今のすみぞめさん？休憩室の方から。
まさか高峰さん、のぞみさんの体に浴場して、その肉欲を抑えることができずにその低層を蹂躙して。
I've literally been out here the whole time. What do you mean?
低層。先輩の毛玉。
Oh my gosh. We're getting blamed for crap again. Guys, what is going on here? I'm gonna question how I could possibly be in two places at once. They're just so quick to assume it's him.
ジョークですよ、ジョーク。
I don't know about that one.
でも、今の悲鳴は確かにのぞみちゃんのものでしたよ。
I found a dead body back there. It's fine, guys.
なかったっぽいけど、どうしたんだろう。
Better go check it out.
こらこら、どこに行く？
Yeah, I would not
す
send
みぞめさん
Kosei.
は着替えに行ったんでしょうが、覗くつもりか、むっつりスケベ。
Okay, Kosei, that was your own fault for mentioning that.
先輩。
I think I trusted you.
やっぱり毛玉の。
I don't know, did you? Ouch, it's hard to tell if you're serious. I'm kidding, alright? You guys can go check on her. I'm going back to the kitchen.
それじゃあ私たちは確認をしに行きましょう。はい。のぞみちゃん、何があったの？平気？平気。問題はないよ。
I don't know.
無事に着替え終えてるのね。
I think I might have an idea of what she was concerned about, but we're gonna wait and see.
でもさっきの悲鳴は一体。
すみません、ちょっとびっくりしただけです。荷物が急に落ちてきたので。
Because I don't know if y'all noticed, but her outfit looks like it's a little more tighter around that button right there.
そうなんですか？
問題がないのならいいんだけど。問題なんてありませんよ。言えない。恥ずかしすぎる。まさかノーブラで来てしまっただなんて。どうりで体が軽いわけだよ。ブラをしてないんだもん。締め付けてないんだもん。
Well, you were running a little late.
寝坊したからつき忘れた。正直に打ち明けてブラを取りに戻ろうかな。
そろそろ時間ですね。
お店は開けないと。ほら行こうのぞみちゃん。お仕事とその後の勉強、今日も頑張ろう。
So I was a little off on my guess, but I was in the right area, okay?
頑張ろう。
Honestly, she should have just gone home.
いらっしゃいませ。こちらのお席へどうぞ。こちらメニューです。お決まりになりましたらお呼びください。気づかれてないかな。お客さんも女の人が多いから、やっぱ気づかれちゃってるかな。ノーブラで働くことに喜びを覚える変態娘とか思われてたらどうしよう。
You're overthinking this.
すみません。
Oh gosh, it's the landlady.
大家さん、ご無沙汰してます。
こんにちは。ちゃんとお客さんがいっぱい来てくれてるみたいね。
Yeah, we're getting money. Except apparently we're just like barely over the line.
おかげさまで。
私は場所を貸してるだけ。お店に来てくれてるのは。
ありがとうございます。普通の会話をしてるだけなのに、胸のことが気になって落ち着かないよ。
Well, stop thinking about it.
こんなにドキドキするものなんだ。もう変なことに目覚めたらどうしよう。いかがいたしましょう。
このコロンビアのコーヒーをもらえる？あとサンドイッチも。
かしこまりました。少々お待ちください。
All right. We gotta impress
オーダー入ります。
the landlady
卵サン
again.
ドお願いします。卵任せていい？
Sure, right after I finish with this. Could you bring out the sandwich plates for me, Nozomi? The other ones are in the dishwasher right now.
どこに置いてるんだっけ？
How much you want to bet something just totally wrong is gonna happen? That's where they're going with this. Top shelf, you see it?
上の棚。
Because it already looks like her button is very much struggling. Like, we know where this is going.
なんでもない。今の状態で体を伸ばすようなことはあんまりしたくないんだけど。よっ。
Oh, by the way, Nozomi.
なに？急にこっち見ないでほしいんですけど。
Why not?
それはいや、なんでもないです。
I was just wondering how our customers were doing.
テーブル席はもう埋まってるから、そろそろ列ができ始めるかも。
Alright, I better not keep anyone waiting then. You okay? By the way, you seem a little stiff. Did you sleep uncomfortably or something?
まあ、そんな感じかな。昴生君は私のことよりも料理に集中しなさい。
I don't know, maybe they should have made your, uniform a little bit less tight. Something's not right here. She doesn't seem as worn out as she was yesterday, but there's something noticeably stiff about her behavior. Her movements are awkward, and she's constantly fidgeting, almost like she's doing some sort of a bizarre dance. Maybe she has back pain. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't blame her. 7 hours ready. Take these to table 3, Nozomi. Out of the corner of my eye, I can see her stretching on her tippy toes to reach the plates, when suddenly... She let out a strange yelp and starts to wobble. It almost sounds like she's in agony. In fact, she sounds somewhat sexual. If she keeps wobbling like that, she's gonna lose her balance, and... Careful, Nozomi.
ちょっと
ちょっと何やってんの？大丈夫？ありゃまあ、これはこれは。
Alright, I'm cutting that whole thing out. Sorry, guys. But, I knew something was gonna happen, and I'm like, there's no way I'm showing that.
助けてもらったのは私だもん。昴生君の方こそ怪我してない？
No, I just fell on my butt. I'm fine.
ならいいんだけど。
Gosh. I fell on my butt once, and I hit my tailbone, and, like, I just couldn't even feel, like, my legs down there. Like, it just totally, like, paralyzed me for, like, a solid, like, 10 to 15 minutes. Not very, pleasant, actually. It was probably pretty scary, but, you know, I was younger, so I didn't mind as much. Falling on your butt can be very painful.
あのさ、キッチンで追っ始めないでほしいんだけど。
I don't know, you were the one trying to come onto us the other day. It was purely an accident.
その割にはめっちゃ揉んでたじゃん。あと仕事中。
You know, I was gonna say what happened, but, you know, Suzune, she knows. I mean, I didn't know what they were, so my hands, you know, reflexively.
昴生君も変なこと言わないでいいから。
Typical anime. What would you even call that? Tropes? Right, sorry, we're supposed to be working right now.
そうそう、仕事中。このカルボナーラを運べばいいんだよね。
Alright, we'll see you. I mean, to be fair, that was her own fault, but... Now that I think about it, though, maybe they're even too soft. The way they molded my hands felt like I was touching them directly. In the centers, I could feel too... Let me know what I think it does. Not wearing a bra. Yeah, right, I'm probably just misunderstanding, like I did with Akazuki-san. Because if I wasn't, that soft, pillowy... Come to think of it, Nozomi's been acting weirdly on edge today. Now and again, she'll squirm uncomfortably. And when she stretched up to reach those plates, she let out a strange voice. Perhaps something was rubbing against her clothes. Dots suddenly connect, and it all makes sense. No, in other words, albeit over her waitress uniform, I was basically squeezing. Need to step outside for a sec.
え？あ、こら！
Be right back. Oh my gosh, I hate this game.
お待たせしました。カルボナーラです。なんてこったー。バレたかな？ブラしてないのバレたかな？ノーブラで働く変態とか思われてたらどうしよう。変な誤解を受ける前に理由を説明した方が。いやでも、もし気づかれてなかったとしたら自爆する羽目に。
The worst thing is, I actually had a coworker who I think had a very similar situation to this, but it wasn't accidental. It was very awkward.
進むも地獄、引くも地獄とはこのことか。
You have a minute, Nozomi.
何、昴生君。
Just come here for a sec. I grab her hands and pull her towards the break room.
何？まだ仕事があるんだけど。
We need to talk about it earlier.
別に感想とかならいらないというか言わなくていいからね。それセクハラ。
Okay, well, let us talk, okay? Before you start giving us crap. I mean, I guess somewhat related to that, but I'm not trying to be creepy. Look, I know it's not my place to judge people, but you might want to consider wearing a bra while you're at work.
違うんだってば。朝バタバタしてたせいで忘れただけ。決してノーブラの趣味があるわけじゃないんだよ。だから勘違いしないで。
Well, I didn't think that before, but now I do. Kidding. I do forget to put one on. That's like putting on your underwear.
忘れたんだよ。自分でも驚きなんだから言わないで。
She could always ask Akatsuki, because, like, her room is right upstairs. Not bad, I guess it just happens once in a blue moon. But still, it's probably not a good idea to keep working without one on. It looks like it's been bugging you, too.
それは。
Why don't you run home to get one right now?
でもお店が。
Honestly, she should just run home and keep studying, because that's what she's supposed to be doing. I'll cover for you. I won't be able to stop worrying about you otherwise.
わかった。じゃあそうさせてもらうね。正直気になって仕方なかったから。
Yeah, I feel like that would chafe. Wouldn't feel very good. Okay, you do that. See you in a bit.
ありがとう、昴生君。って言っていいのかな。もう恥ずかしい。
Fortunately, Nozomi doesn't live too far away. After changing out of her uniform, she quickly goes home to put on a bra. After all, she's back in less than 30 minutes after our mishap in the kitchen.
ただいま。
You good now?
平気。ご迷惑をおかけしました。
It's alright, actually, You know what? Never mind. Good job. You stopped yourself from saying something dumb.
じゃあ、私はオーダー取ってくるね。
Nozomi patters back towards the dining floor. Seems like her breasts aren't bouncing around as much as before. Maybe I'm paying too much attention to them. Probably, if you're mentioning that. So I touched boobs. Bare, braless boobs. I won't be forgetting that sensation anytime soon. I always knew Nozomi's were big, but I had no idea they were that soft.
手の匂いを嗅いでないで、
Ew.
しっかり働け。
Bruh. Gosh, this game. It's really, like, wholesome, and then it gets to stuff like this that's very, like, lewd and inappropriate. But while I quickly resumed attending to my duties, it was quite some time before my palpitating heart finally settled back down.
カフェステラと死神の蝶。はい、それまで。
Okay, finally, we can get back to doing school.
ちゃんとできてる。墨染さんは満点。何の問題もない。
Nice.
すごいね、のぞみちゃん。いやー、これもしっかり睡眠をとったからかな。
Nice.
樋口谷さんはまだミスも残ってるけど、しっかりできてる。よっぽどいやらしい問題を出されない限りは大丈夫でしょう。ありがとうございます。それもこれも先輩たちのおかげです。
Glad to help, but the real challenge starts tomorrow.
気を抜かないようにね。わざわざ時間を割いてもらったんです。決して無駄にはしません。無駄とかそういうことは気にしないでいいから。
Right, worry about not failing first. Don't get too hung up on questions you don't immediately know the answer to. Make sure you have enough time to finish everything.
Hi!
That's what I do. I mean, if I'm not sure about a question, I feel like it's going to take me a while, I save it towards the end, because that way I can get all the questions I do know out of the way. Lastly, have some faith in all the studying you've been doing and don't stay up cramming tonight.
分かってますよ。テスト中に居眠りするわけにはいきませんからね。
Good, you'll be fine.
明日からテストが終わるまでバイトは休んでいいから。テストが終わったらまたね。はい。
Alright. Hopefully we'll be okay at the cafe. Hopefully it's just a few days, right?
カフェステラと死神の蝶。
Well, I think it's like the whole week, right? I think that's what they do. Monday arrived and the girls' exams began at last. The two of them won't be coming back into work for a while, but we should be able to manage on weekdays without them. While I'm anxious to know how their tests are going, I shouldn't disturb them during this time, so I resist the urge to check in on them and swallow my curiosity instead. I think like a text is
給料を
fine.
振り込んでおいた。各自確認しておいてくれ。
はい、ありがとうございます。何？どうした？せっかくの給料なのに浮かない顔して。
Of course I am, money's great. But right now I'm more worried about how the girls' exams are going. In fact, I might be more anxious about them than I ever was myself back then.
気持ちはわからないでもない。私らがあたふたしたところで何も変わりゃしないって。
I know, still though.
焦らなくてもそろそろ来るんじゃないの？
Oh, you're right. They should have finished up their last exams this morning.
おはようございます。
おはよ
お久しぶりです。
Alright, seems like they went well, because they're very happy.
はい、テストは終了しましたから、あとは野となれ山となれ。バッチリです。
Nice.
今までにないくらい自信はあるよ。
Watch them just fail after they're so excited. They're like so confident. Just
とりあえず当面の危機は回避されました。クリスマスも近いからね、気合を入れていこう。
okay.
じゃあ私たちはフロアに出てますね。何かあったら呼んでください。
あの様子だと本当にテストは心配なさそうだね。教えた甲斐があ
Well,
ったじゃ
we're
ん。
good friends, so that's what we do. No, I did nothing. They were the ones who put in all the effort.
何をいいこと言った風な雰囲気で決めてるの？似合わね
I love the thought of Suzune just calling us cringe. Not what I was going for. Stop poking fun at me for everything I say, will you?
え。ごめんごめん。
Gosh, I am very excited for her route, though. Look, they may be feeling confident, but it doesn't mean anything until they get the results.
確かにそういうこともあるね。
Worst case scenario, they'll have to do a makeup test. If that happens, I'll have to tutor them a bit more sternly.
そうなるとクリスマス商戦に欠員が出るかもしれないのか。できればそれは避けてもらえると助かるな。
I mean,
ありゃ地獄だよ。
I feel like that's a lot of places nowadays. Yeah, I hope they pass too. Given how hard they studied, it'd be a shame if they didn't.
オーダー入ります。カルボナーラと半熟オムライス。
はーい。
カフェステラと死神の蝶。
Alright, that's good. We don't have to fire you. Oh, you nearly gave me a heart attack.
先輩先輩先輩。
Okay, I am your senpai.
ああ、こら制服のままでな。
すみません。つい。
ああ、はいはい、わかったわかった。だけどそういうことはってわけで少し休憩してきなさい。
Huh? Me?
そりゃそうでしょ。報告したいのは君なんだから。ここはいいから行ってきてあげなよ。
Okay, sounds good. I'll be back.
これを見てください先輩。
As I'd expected, she thrust her test paper at me, more specifically the answer sheet to the midterm she'd taken just last week. She scored above 60% in all areas and even got an 82 in math. Okay.
佐伯先生の問題半分ぐらいは数字を変えてたぐらいだったので自分でも驚くほど取れましたよ。
Well, nice.
先生にも頑張ったなって褒められちゃいました。こんなの初めてですよ。
Well, I mean, that feels kind of like cheating if, like, they were very similar to how they were before. Like, we kind of got to practice with the answers, but just slightly changed. But, you know, all's fair in love and war.
いやでもちょっと心苦しくてなんかカンニングしたみたいな気持ちになっちゃって。
Don't worry, you're fine, May. You studied, you put in the effort. It's not like you, like, just straight up cheated, you know? Like, you did study. You just had a little bit more knowledge going into it than maybe some other people. It's not a surprise you'd start to understand the material after doing the same test over and over again.
まあそうなんですけど
And for what it's worth, I think you worked really hard, too.
本当にありがとうございました先輩。
You're welcome. Don't mention it. I'm just glad you passed.
これで孝子の憂いなくアルバイトに励めます。
That said, you should probably try studying a bit more regularly from now on.
なるべく気をつけます。
Yeah, that's probably a good idea, so you don't have to cram it all in the last minute. So I know you put in a ton of effort. Congratulations, huge Shidani-san.
ありがとうございます。
Seeing her smile so broadly, I instinctively reach out a hand to pet her. Bruh, you're gonna get yourself into trouble here. Come to think of it, I used to pet Nozomi's head a lot back when we were younger. Not so much nowadays since we're all grown up. Like, do people actually do that? Like, I feel like that's just a weird anime thing. Mostly because she's the one primarily taking care of me these days. I can't even raise my head to her, let alone pet hers.
なんか照れますね。こんな風に褒められるなんて。
It's been a while since I've done this to anyone, too.
その割にはあっさり手を伸ばしてましたけど。やっぱり色々と遊んでるんじゃないんですか？
Girls actively make fun of us. Do you think they would allow me to flirt with them seriously? Not even close. The only other person I've done this with is Nozomi.
そういうことですか。
Sorry, I guess I overstepped my bounds a little.
いや別に気にしてませんから。というかちゃんと認められてるみたいで意味もなく撫でられるのは嫌ですけどね。
I'll keep that in mind. I slowly retract my hand from her head.
では私はこの嬉しさを夏目先輩にも伝えに行かないといけません。
Alright, yep, she'll be glad. I wonder where Nozomi is.
じゃなくて着替えるので出て行ってほしいんですけど
Oh, right.
それぐらいは話の流れで理解してほしかったな。
I mean, you could say something, just not assume that we know what you're talking about. Or not talking about because you didn't say anything.
でもその察知の悪さは確かに遊んでる風じゃなさそうですね。
Yeah, I mean, that's really obvious. Unable to refute her words, I obediently leave the break room. Alright, how'd you do?
廊下で何してるの？
You Chidani-san's in there getting changed, so I was on my way back to the kitchen. Anyways, how'd you do on your exams? Have you gotten your results back?
ちょうど今日全部返却されたよ。
You didn't fail, right?
あれだけ教わったんだもん。楽勝。赤点はもちろん、全体的にいつもより点数が取れたから、胸を張ってお父さんに見せられるよ。
Okay, awesome. If there's anything you still need help with, let me know, whatever.
ありがとうね。
Thought she'd be a little more excited about it, but okay, that's fine. Uh-oh, we got another butterfly, guys. Haven't seen one of those in a while.
美味しかった。すみません。お会計お願いします。
すぐに参ります。
本当に美味しかったです。ごちそうさまでした。
ありがとうございます。
本当は少し落ち込んでたんですけど、心がすっきりしました。
That's good. That is kind of the point of the cafe.
ストレスを感じたら、やっぱり美味しいものを食べて解消するのが
そう言っていただければ幸いです。またのご来店をお待ちしております。
はい。
今のお客さん大丈夫でしょうか？
蝶を回収して少しは気が楽になったはずだ。完全に立ち直れるかどうかは本人次第だが、少しくらいは手助けになっているだろう。
That's what we do here at Cafe Stella. Make people feel
だ
better.
といいんですが。
あの様子ならば問題ないだろう。最近は現世にこぼれる魂も蝶を引き寄せる人間も増えたとは思っていたが、こうして一箇所にとどまって回収を行うと、その増加具合がよくわかるな。
Yeah, it would be a lot easier to like see how bad it's gotten. But I mean, that's kind of the point, right?
ですがそれだけ死神の役目を果たせているということですから。
そうだな。
I just thought about it. I wonder if we're gonna see any more Grim Reapers. Like if we're gonna encounter one.
今のところ店での働きぶりは認めてくれているようだしな。
つまり高峰さんのことも安心していいということでしょうか？
Probably not.
おそらくな。だがまだ根本的な解決には至っていない。高峰後世には未来が必要だ。それはお前が一番知っているだろう。
それは。
そう心配するな。今の高峰後世であればすぐにそれも解決できる。
あ、お客さんはもう帰ったんですね。じゃあ片付け始めましょうか。
私は帳簿をつけてくる。任せたぞ。
All right. Well, they think Takumin's problems are gonna be solved soon.
こっちも本格的に片付けようか。
I wonder if they mean him having a future part, or if they mean just one thing specifically. I mean, I'd rather him have a future because, you know, you can do those kind of things all the time when you're married and, you know, are with somebody. You don't just have to do that to feel satisfied in life.
にしても赤点による欠員が出なくてよかった。で、定期テストも終わったらすぐに冬休みだっけ？
Nope, they still got about a week of classes left. Winter break usually starts around the 22nd or 23rd and lasts up until the beginning of January.
君や夏目さんの通ってる大学も？
Yeah, our break starts on Wednesday the 23rd.
で、ヒロトと同じで彼女いないんだっけ？
You know, I like to think of myself as not yet taken, okay? Because I wouldn't say I'm single. You know, we got plenty of women after us. It's just a matter of who's gonna make their move first. Because, you know, when I have options, and by me, I mean Kosei, you know, I'm gonna wait for somebody to come to me and make a move, okay? It's like, I don't need to make a move. I can make a move on any of them. But, you know, I'm willing to see who's really in it for me, right? Asking questions you already know the answer to is kind of rude, you know?
一応だよ、一応。彼女がいたらどっちかは休みとか欲しいかなと思って。
Alright, Suzune. You should just become my girlfriend then. We'll take off together.
いないのなら遠慮はいらないよね。クリスマス、イブも当日もバリバリ働いてもらおうか。
Bro, why do I have to work on Christmas Day? I don't care if I got a girlfriend or not. I'm not working.
頼りにしてるから。とはいえ、ち
直前の23日はお店も定休日だから有意義に過ごしなよ。
Alright, alright. Usually spend the holidays alone or enjoy Nozomi's family, but this year it looks like I'll have a busy schedule. In all honesty, though, I'd rather be spending Christmas with a girl. Fair enough. But there's no telling when I'll get a girlfriend. Boo-hoo.
覇気がないな。英気を養うのもいいけど、女の子を誘おうとか思うのかね。
Nope, never thought of it.
君が。彼女はいなくても気になる子くらいはいるんでしょ？
Kosei, please. Please do me this one favor. Just say, yeah, I'm looking at her. Like, say something, like, cool. I mean, it'll come off cringe, but just say it.
勇気を出して誘ってみたら？クリスマスみたいに世の中が浮ついた感じになると女の子でも独り身が答えるから。
That's just an urban legend, isn't it?
そうやって尻込みしてるとこの先チャンスがあっても逃しちゃうよ。コホン。人生の先輩として一つアドバイスをしてあげよう。
I'm all ears.
対人関係なんてのは慣れだから。慣れ。経験積んでスキルを伸ばさないことには女の子の扱いだってうまくなんないからね。あと受け身でモテるなんて無理。
I wouldn't say I asked out a lot of girls before I ended up getting married. I did a few. I even had a few girls ask me out. That was interesting.
イケメンでも相手のアプローチをひたすら待ち続けてるようじゃ女の子は脅せないよ。君、間違える戦術をどう思う？
Makes me want to punch their teeth in.
それが全てだ。
Makes a lot of sense when you put it that way.
超絶大金持ちとかならお金目的の子は寄ってくるかもしんないけど。
I'll keep that in mind. Ah, he didn't do it. He didn't ask her. I mean, okay, it's fine if you want to wait for a girl to come to you, but like, she's totally into him. It's like, bruh, she's asking because she wants to know if you're available, and you're just so afraid. Girl I'm interested in, eh? I do want a girlfriend, that much is true. I can't deny I had that desire when I first started working in the cafe, but this isn't the only reason I've been working so hard. In fact, I've forgotten all about it as time went on. The only thing I've been focused on was making delicious food. But maybe she's right, I can't just sit back and wait for my soulmate to fall into my hands. Heck, I might just run out of luck before that. I work at a trendy cafe with a ton of female customers. Though I'm part of the kitchen staff, I occasionally get to engage with the customers while the dining floor is short-handed. It's the first job I've had where I've been surrounded by this many women. Not to mention all my attractive coworkers. Oftentimes, I nearly find myself accidentally falling in love with one or another. At school, I've only gotten on speaking terms with one and only Shiki Natsumi. The old me could have never imagined one day living a life like this, and yet, here I am. But why is it that I don't feel any closer to getting a girlfriend than before? Because you've literally put in no effort. There's no doubt that I've been interacting with girls a lot more lately, but it's not as if customers at the cafe have been slipping me their phone numbers. I mean, they don't see you, so... I get along well with all my coworkers, but at the end of the day, that's all we are, coworkers. I've started speaking to Shiki-san at school, but that doesn't mean I've been making new female friends either. Suzune-san said it's best. I'm not going to get anywhere just sitting around waiting. Alright, go to Suzune. Do it.
カフェステラと死神の蝶。
I think Suzune's like risen my ladder of best
あ
girl.
りがとうございました。
And like, I think she's a good third. Now, I feel like Kana is always up there. It's like, I could move Kana down, honestly. But, I don't know. We'll see after the routes who I like the best.
またのご来店をお待ちしております。はい、パンケーキと水出しコーヒーですね。少々お待ちください。
I mean, May's not like bad either. She's
オ
just
ー
a
ダ
little
ー
bit
入り
younger.
ました。カルボナーラと半熟オムライスお願いします。
了解。君、私はパンケーキ焼くからカルボとオムライスを。
Yes, ma'am. I like how she doesn't make us call her yes, sir anymore. That was a little weird. Quickly oil up my frying pan. We're unusually busy today for a weekday evening. Thank goodness. All of our part-timers had shifts. So I wonder why we're getting so many orders.
今夜近所のホールでバンドの解散ライブがあるんだよ。
Oh, okay.
ほとんどが入場前に夕飯済ましちゃおうって女性客。
Okay,
あ
fair
る
enough.
程度芸能人のこと知ってないと女の子と会話するとき困るよ。
I don't know. What are you into? I'm not really interested in celebrities and stuff.
んなこと言ってるからデートの一つもできないんだぞ。
Yeah, I mean, like, even if you're not super interested in, like, that kind of stuff, you need to at least, like, respect that other people have that interest, you know? Like, you can't just be like, oh, you know, so-and-so, don't care about them. Like, nobody wants to have, like, an attitude where you don't seem to care about things. It's not attractive. Still, she's not wrong. This is the most interaction I've had with the opposite sex since starting university. I was hoping that might mean I could finally get a date for Christmas this year, but nothing so far. Because you don't ask nobody. Listen, Shiki-san, I booked a room at this hotel on Christmas Eve, you see.
サンタコスの子をデリバリーするの普通に引くんだけど。
I'm not talking about a prostitute. On second thought, trying to woo the solitary sniper is probably a fool's errand. Perhaps I'll have more luck with someone younger. Listen here, Chidani-san, I booked a room at this hotel on Christmas Eve, and you see...
2時間で3万円です。もちろんおさわりは NG ですよ。
Why do you have a rate? I'm not talking about getting compensated dating. Oh, I wanted to see all the other girls and their reactions. These mental simulations aren't working. They just aren't. I can't imagine myself successfully asking someone out. The thought is already making my stomach start to sink. Ah, quit being a downer. This year is my year. You can do it, Kosei. Finally, he's getting confidence. Let's go. Listen, Akazuki-san, I booked a room at this hotel on Christmas Eve, you see.
ホテルって何言ってるんですか？
Over, he actually asked
ホテル
her.
だなんて
I thought he was just gonna do another simulation in his head.
そんなベトベトしたホワイトクリスマスなんて
Bruh.
私は過ごしませんよ。
This game.
高峰さん、何を言ってるんですか？
Why are you talking to yourself? But you're really not a figment of my imagination. My knees buckle and I fall to the floor.
遊ぶ前にオーダーは
It's ready. Even when my imagination was running wild, my hands had continued moving on autopilot. Apparently cooking has already become second nature to me. I used to do that at work sometimes. I'd be like thinking in my head and I realized I'm just doing stuff without even like processing it at all. Amazing how quickly people adapt to their environments.
料理はちゃんとできてるね。私が運んでくるからカンナさんは後世が変な妄想しないで済むようにしてあげて。
Wasn't fantasizing.
はいはい。
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he wasn't because he was actually doing it out loud, so... Brushing me aside, Suzune-san heads out of the kitchen.
高峰さん、デートに誘うって特別なことだと思ってませんか？
Well, it means doing something special, doesn't it? I don't know. I wouldn't say a date has to be, like, something special. Like, you can have a date doing anything. You can have a date just going to the grocery store, walking around. Or you could go to the park. You could just go on a walk. You could just go over to someone's house and, you know, talk for hours. Like, that's a date to me. As long as it's something you're doing together. And, okay, well, I should premise this. Like, I feel like a date has to be something planned, too. It's not something you just do, like, sporadically. Like, sporadically is, like, if you're just hanging out, okay? Like, a date is something that you're like, okay, hey, do you want to go with me to so-and-so place at this time? And it can be the same day, too. But it's something you, like, invite somebody to do. And if you're going out to eat, generally, I feel like the guy should pay.
そういう風に考えるから、いきなりホテルの予約とかぶっ飛んだ発想になるんですよ。
But I will say, if a girl asks you out, they can pay. Like, that's fine. I feel like whoever asks the other one out should pay. At least for part of it. Flawed mindset is exactly why you're inviting someone to a hotel with you on the first date is a good idea.
仲良くなった人と遊びに行きたいから誘うのは自然なことじゃないですか。
That's good advice. Like, don't ever plan out something huge for a first date. Like, always go something very simple, something very comfortable, probably in a public place, you know, just so it's a little more friendly. They don't think you're trying to do weird stuff. You know, I mean, that's my advice. Then again, we're adults now. It's not as simple as asking a friend to hang out, though. Asking a girl on a date is different. You can't help but feel self-conscious about it. It's not like when we were kids.
なら、もっと自然体で付き合える人を誘ってみたらどうですか？
Oh yeah, I mean, I would definitely recommend asking someone out that you know a little bit. Like, don't just ask some random girl out. Like, ask somebody you know pretty well. If I knew a girl who fit that bill, I wouldn't be having this problem. I mean, let's face it, nobody wants to go out with a guy like me in the first place.
すでにいると思いますけどね。
Yeah. I can think of a few people, actually. I mean, for one, Kana's already asked us out on a date, and she made it specifically clear that it was a date. With Nozomi, she said it wasn't, so. Who is this mystery woman?
もちろん内緒です。
Gosh, you are so dense. Get it in your head, Kosei. Who here would want to ask you out on a date? Who? Somebody in this room. I'll make it so easy for you. Messing with me again. Speaking of people I'm normally comfortable being around, I feel like he's going to interpret this as Nozomi.
お前たち勤務中に大声で騒ぐな。
Mikado, please don't walk in at this moment. This is not the right moment for you. Kosei, you're so dumb. I hate you.
突然何を言
Oh
ってる
my
んだ
gosh, Kosei, you're the dumbest person in the world.
一応言
I do have to be free that day. Oh, Kosei, why?
うわー、微妙に前向きな返事ですね。
Oh my gosh. I hate this game. Am I really that desperate to find a date for Christmas? I'm even starting to get distracted from work. That's not good. Maybe I should just give up this year.
はーい、イブにバッチの昴生くん、アムライスのオーダー入ったよ。
Yeah, just ask Nozomi.
ドゥドゥルドゥ、一人のイブは心がハートブレイク。
She better not be singing one of our old cringy songs from middle school. Great, even Nozomi's making fun of me. Now that I hear those old lyrics again, I realize I'd included the word heart in there twice. That's doubly depressing. Guessing it's another Christmas spent alone for me. Having a sad sigh, I turn back to my frying pan. The steam rising from it blurs my vision a bit.
なんで気づかないの？
I know. Kosei, this is why all the women make fun of you, my guy. Like, they think you're so dense and so dumb.
近すぎ
And
る
it's like, it's kind of true.
考え物ですね。
Not all the time, but right now especially. I'm so frustrated with him right now.
カフェステラと
Absolutely
死
insane.
神の蝶。おーい、昴生くん、朝だよ。
I hope, like, he actually, like, builds up the courage to do something finally. I'm gonna end this video here. I'm gonna end it early, okay? We've done quite a bit, and I want to make sure we have time to cover him possibly asking somebody out if he decides that he's going to stop being so dense. Like, he is more dense than a helium balloon, okay? I just can't understand this man. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed that one. Hopefully the next episode will be a little bit better. And, I mean, not to say this one wasn't good, but just, I want him to stop frustrating me so much that I have to put my hands in my face in my hands just because I'm just so embarrassed for him. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this one. Have a good one.